The next person I'm going to introduce you to is Mick Pumphrey. Mick follows us around the country, and we are glad that he does, because he's fantastic support to these roadshows. He is also very, very passionate when it comes to motorcycle safety. He will tell you himself what he is, but I know he's involved with IAM. I think he's a national observer. I know he does a lot of work to promote motorcycle safety, and he's going to talk to you about the benefits of advanced riding. So, Mick, if you wouldn't mind coming up.
Hello. Okay, yeah, so that's me. Over 30 years riding experience. A lot of it is spent in the UK, and I've also ridden quite a lot, and I lived in Europe as well for a number of years. So I've got my fair share of riding. I've also ridden in a few countries with some pretty austere conditions as well. So I've got quite a lot of experience across the board. I've volunteered with the IAM since 2009, where I joined with the Thames Vale group. When I joined the reason I joined the IAM was I was basically hanging about with all my mates on our bikes, thrashing around the Hampshire area, and I was basically really struggling to keep up with everyone. So I was pushing myself, and I found that I just kept losing it, basically. Not crashing, but I'd find that, on a left-hand bend, I'd end up going over the white line, slamming the anchors on, putting the bike up, and going straight forward. Fortunately, I was never taken out. But I still wanted to ride. So basically, I looked down the road of going down the IAM road and did the training. And I'm really glad I did, because it completely changed my perspective of riding motorcycles. It just, like I say, it completely opened it up for me. And I was basically able to go around these corners. I don't intentionally try to keep up with these guys now. They still go ahead. I ride at my own pace, but I am able to go a little bit faster around the bends now. And when I do maybe get it wrong a little bit, I know I've got the confidence that I can just lean that bike a little bit more. I can lean that bike a little bit more to get around that bend, because I know I can do it, because I know my bike can definitely do it. National Observer for over 10 years. So as mentioned before, I love it. I love sharing the passion for what I've done, and I just want to keep doing that, and that's why we do these shows. Mentioned there, I love touring, absolutely. Favourite road, the A86 from Canusie to Speenbridge. I could go up and down that road all day long. Fantastic road. And least favourite, is the A9. Pretty boring. Current bike is a Triumph Tiger, Gen 1. I love it to bits. People keep telling me it's like trying to drive a tank. I have driven a tank, and it's not far off, but if you know your bikes, I had a Varadeo before that. That was like trying to drive a tank. Okay. Ooh, we're a little bit high there. So what is advanced training all about? Okay, so we'll talk about the definition, what's involved, the benefits, how it's delivered, who offers it in Scotland. So advanced motorcycle training is a structured program designed to improve a rider's skills beyond the basic licensing requirements. It focuses on making motorcyclists safer, more confident, and more efficient on the road. Efficient on the road, absolutely. Before I did my advanced riding, I had a Phaser FZ6, and I think I probably got about 150 miles out of my tank or something. When I did the IAM course, I learned to understand how my engine worked in relation to gear and speed. And then suddenly, after I'd done my IAM course, I was getting 175 miles out of a tank, 180. And that's because of what I'd learned on the IAM course about appreciating your bike and what it can do. System of motorcycle control. This, if you sign up to do any of these courses, based on the police roadcraft system, which includes the words information, position, speed, gear, acceleration. Any kind of advanced riding that you'll do, this will get drilled into you, and it just has to, it will eventually become something that you'll think about as you're riding along as you go. For example.
Okay, so we're on a national speed limit road, the conditions are good. I've seen that sign to the left in the car, so I know there's a left-hand bend coming up. I'm keeping to the right to avoid that car and position for the bend. I've not gone all the way out to the right, as you saw with that van. It's worth being over to the left a tiny bit. I can see there's a right-hand bend now coming up, so I've gone left, ready to position for it. That sign's confirming the bend. I can see the checkerboard up ahead and those markings on the road. So I'm slowing down a bit, setting that speed, taking the bend, and now being ready to accelerate, and I've got the view. Looking ahead, see that vehicle, so I'm keeping to the left in case it swings out, but now moving to the right for those parked cars. Junction on the right, so I can see that's clear and I'm not worrying too much, and I can see those signs ahead for the next bend that's going to go around to the left. Again, there's road markings, chevron boards, which indicates the speed needs to be reduced. So I'm taking that bend, not going too far to the right, and then I can see the give way sign coming up, so I'm starting to slow.
So if you've not done any type of advanced riding, you'll find that probably the information that you would take if you were that motorcycle rider, you would probably only take a fraction of that. And the IAM course will basically drill it into you to make you look for even more. When I first watched that video, I thought, yeah, that's pretty bang on, to be honest with you. There's a lot of stuff that I naturally just think about now when I am riding out. I am looking at all the hazards. I am thinking about what gear I'm in. Am I in the right gear for the next, what's that car doing up the very top of the road? Am I going to be overtaking that car very soon? So information, IBSCA is an outstanding tool to use to help you in progressive riding. Okay, what's involved? Enhanced observation skills. Riders learn to anticipate the hazards earlier and make them better decisions based on the road conditions, traffic flow, and potential risks. Cornering positioning. Training emphasizes on the correct road positioning for the visibility, safety, as well as smooth cornering techniques. Braking acceleration. Advanced courses teach progressive riding, braking, emergency stops, and throttle control for stability. Defensive ride. So techniques to reduce vulnerability in traffic, including managing blind, smooth, maintaining safe distances. Again, it's another little subject I'd like to touch on. As I said, I've ridden quite a lot I've ridden in a lot of other countries, and there's one big difference I find living up in Scotland than I did when I was down in the London area, is the volume of traffic down there is like intense. But down there, they're used to seeing motorbikes more than what they are up here. And when you're going around like the M25 or the M3 or the M11, when you get into quite heavy traffic, you tend to find that in some cases the traffic will actually part a little bit because they're almost expecting the bikers to come down. In my time in Scotland, which is about 12 years or so, it's still, I think, still a learning thing. And where I live up in Murray, it's even worse there, So I do a lot of filtering up there. I see a lot of bikes not filtering up there, and they're putting themselves in danger in my eyes, where filtering is a safer thing to get out of that danger zone. Benefits. So, benefits, it will lower the accident risk, improve confidence and enjoyment, potential insurance discounts, and then recognition through certifications, i.e. IAM, RoadSmart, and RoadSmart Advanced Riding. Potential insurance discounts, they are out there. You're going to have to look for them, though. I'm with Adrian Flux for my bike insurance and my cars. And I do get discount for being an IAM observer, as well as having the IAM certificate as a basic rider as well. When you do kind of the automatic looking up for trying to get a bit of discount, sometimes it's easy if you just ring them up and just say, do you offer discount for any kind of IAM membership or RoSPA or any kind, even the DVSA certified ticket. Delivery of the course, so that it's classroom-based. It can be classroom-based or online theory sessions, practical on-road training, feedback and coaching. We'll talk about the assessment and the kind of top tips for it, and then what delivery options that are available up here. So classroom and online theory sessions covers advanced riding principles such as observational skills, hazard anticipation, planning road positioning, speed management. Often includes discussions of the system of motorcycle control, as we mentioned earlier on, commonly based on the Roadcraft book. So if you join up the IAM or the RoadSmart or any other kind of motorcycle provider, in some cases, the group that I'm part of up in Murray, they run like a 6-week package prior to actually going out on the road. Whereabouts other IAM groups, they just literally, you meet up and you're straight away from day one, you're out and about riding. So they all run it kind of slightly, little bit different. And it may involve videos, diagrams, or any case studies. Practical on-road training conducted by a qualified advanced riding instructor, often IAM, RoadSmart, or RoadSmart accredited. Usually delivered in observed rides where your observer follows you and provides feedback via radio or post-ride debrief. Focused areas, cornering techniques, overtaking safely, defensive riding, and the use of gears with throttle stability and reading the road ahead. Feedback and coaching. After each ride, you'll receive a detailed feedback on your strengths and any areas of improvement. Instructors often use video recordings or ride logs for analysis. Assessment, top 10 tips. So, understand the system of motorcycle control. Practice observation and planning. Smoothness is key. Cornering techniques and overtaking. On the overtaking side of it, I absolutely love overtaking. I really do. For me, it's about the technical side of it. It's not just about whizzing past a car at Mach 10, 60. It's about how I approach that overtake. It's about how I think about that overtake and what options are given to me. And sometimes would have had people riding behind me. They're like, Mick, that was a bit tight, that mate. And I'm like, well, actually it wasn't, because I thought about it and I went through the stages that I was taught when I did the IAM course. And that's kind of helped me then go forward and obviously promote it more. So yeah, overtaking, absolutely love it. When it comes to your test, and you go out with your examiner, I would say 10 times out of 10, they're going to turn around to you and say 60-60, shit bust. But what the best top tip is for this is that when you do your IAM training, if you show the first few stages of an overtake, that shows the examiner that you're thinking about that overtake. If you're moving your position around as you're riding down the road, you're showing your examiner that you're thinking about what information's ahead, so you're basically using IPSCA again. That will be enough for your test. I've known quite a few people that I've taken through their training that they didn't get a single overtaking, but they still passed and they got a good mark because they showed the examiner what their intentions were with the overtake. Speed discipline, talked about that, 60-60. Use of gears, mentioned that about with my phaser. Practice with the observer, absolutely. Your observers, in some cases, you're paying them, in some cases, they're volunteers. If my associate ever turned around to me and said, Mick, can we just go out for one more run? I'd be like, 100%, mate, let's get out there. Because you've got that little bit of doubt in you, let's get that ironed out. I always say that when I've gone out with my associate, when I first got out for the first time, stop, don't swear. They are an absolute shabble of, when I'm following them in some cases, and I'm just kind of like, I'm really nervous riding behind them because I just don't know what they're going to do next. But when I get to the end of the training, our ride turns kind of like we're almost in conjunction with each other. We're doing everything the same as each other. And it's at that point that I know they're ready for their test. Mental preparation. Yeah, it is a test, but learn what you've learned. Take it in, practice it, and just have a good ride and try and relax. But they will talk to you about it. Bike check, very important. Your bike's got to be legal. There'll be a document, you'll probably sign that, but make sure your bike is fit to go before you even get started. Okay, delivery options. So up here tonight, we've got Motory in the top left-hand corner. They deliver training. We've got the IAM RoadSmart in the top right-hand corner. They also deliver training as well. We've spoken about Rider Refinement North. I've volunteered on the Rider Refinement North. It is a fantastic day. As Ali mentioned earlier on, you know, it really is a good day. The police are outstanding with the information they give you. They do the opening speech at the start of, you know, how the day's going to go. But they really are. I can't, you know, if you've not done it, get your names down for it because it is absolutely outstanding. Talk about the Kingdom Fife IAM group. So I've had a chat with them earlier on. As part of tonight, you can get a discount. If you sign up through these guys, you'll get a 10% discount through the IAM. There's something that they're offering at the moment, which I think is just absolutely outstanding, is that if you sign up to do your IAM course with these guys, and I think this is there is a limit on the budget, what they've got, so the more people sign up, the less chances that other people will get it. If you sign up and do drive, is it cars as well? Yeah. So if you sign up to do your car or your bike course, when you sit your test, regardless of whether you pass or fail, you get 150 quid back. So the course is £219 to do it, plus you get your discount. That you get 150 quid. I mean, that's absolutely outstanding personally. I've other groups work on 50 quid and stuff like that. But yeah, so if you're interested in doing your course, go and see these guys and sign up. Rapid training. I've looked into a bit of rapid training, a whole different level. As Ewan points out, if you want to go really, 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 really fast, these are the guys to teach you. The level that they teach at is absolutely amazing. But they do also do tailored courses. Same as these guys here, they'll also do tailored courses to yourselves. Right, Knock Hills. It was mentioned earlier on, dust off your leathers. So it's Thursday the 30th of April, running from 7:45 in the morning till 5 p.m. It's going to cost you £99. And it's designed to help riders refresh and deliver their riding skills using their own motorcycle. Even I'm thinking about turning up to this just to give myself a bit of a refresher, ready for the start of the season. And that is it from me. Is there any questions from anyone? Sorry?
No, I don't believe so.
Thank you. Anyone else? No? Fantastic. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Mick. I told you he was passionate.